Hi, this is Lance from Final Fantasy Errant Gaming. We are playing Final Fantasy 11. You don't hear any background sound because they did an update. Looks like some major one. Somewhat major because it's taking about 20 minutes. So they must have fixed a lot of bugs. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll work. So while we're waiting for that, thought we'd look at some news. I'm assuming that it's going to work. Never know with Final Fantasy 11. So the new ridiculous easy mode in Final Fantasy 7 Remake is coming to Rebirth. I thought it would. I can't remember if I just thought that on my own or if it was actually... Oh, sorry, I forgot to take off the... Good thing I remembered, or it would have been a podcast. Hey, there, now you can see what I'm seeing. Alright, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth will become much easier to complete on PC and PS5 and the Xbox for easy mode. Official Final Fantasy account on X. Get streamlined for progression options if you switch to 1000 damage, blah blah blah. This mountain weeks updated to the name for the third part of it has been decided. Square Enix isn't sharing the title just yet. By the way, I wonder if one of the reasons they made the it's so difficult to platinum on Rebirth was because they foresaw this coming. And they wanted to give the hardcore fans an opportunity to get it without. Although I'm kind of suspicious that if you use the cheats, it won't allow you to platinum. So we'll see. And as I've mentioned multiple times, the platinum for the original game, Final Fantasy Remake, was awesome. It's probably the most amazing trophy system on PlayStation I've ever seen. Cannot say the same thing for Rebirth. It was way too hard. It was way over the top. Difficult. I've compared it to clearing Pac-Man level of difficulty. Maybe not quite that extreme, since I believe there's only one person, or maybe a handful, one or two people in the world who've ever cleared Pac-Man. So, cheers. Spilled death all over myself. Okay, good. I was hoping it wasn't the cola. I want to be able to sleep tonight. So, the name for the third part of has been decided. Square Enix isn't sharing. Will come to Switch 2. I wonder if it's going to be announced. Data Final Fantasy Remake great with these easy options. All the RPG comparable. After we clear this game, it'll probably be springish, probably sometime in March. That's my guess. And it's usually when I replay the Final Fantasy VII remakes and Rebirth. Maybe I will platinum. I haven't platinumed the Intergrade yet either. Although I think I can. I just kind of got bored and wanted to play Rebirth. I can. I'm sure I can if I work hard enough at it. It's just not worth it to me. Rebirth. Platinum. I gave up on it last year. I was like, oh, we'll try next year if we even care. It's just not enjoyable is the problem. It's a slog. Anyway. Final Fantasy VII fans beg for news ahead of February 2026 State of Play. So apparently there's a State of Play in February 2026. It's been a big month for Final Fantasy fans. Takes the amounts of Rebirth for Switch. I don't know why that's such a huge announcement. Who cares? The real hardcore fans of Final Fantasy VII have already played it. They were waiting for a Switch release. Through the Ceiling has sent a fan speculating on a possible release date Through the Ceiling. Final Fantasy VII fans are having a fantastic February. Final Fantasy Rebirth was announced for Nintendo Switch. No one cares. I don't care. Nintendo Partner Showcase start of the month, and now PlayStation Day Play could hold news for the third and final installment of the Remake Trilogy. So is this a new thing, or is this something they have every year? I don't know. Showcase now discuss speculation take off of social media with fans convinced next recent spoiler conversations from Square Enix devs could all be pointing toward a big reveal during the State of Play. Developers took to social media at the start of the year to confirm the third game has a name. However, they're really milking it on that, by the way. However, the account's also been active due to recent release of Final Fantasy Remake for the Nintendo Switch 2. We saw generally positive reviews after. I guess we have to continue reading. In a social media post by streamer Stealth, the Final Fantasy enthusiast has stated that it will be an even bigger moment if we see every platform logo in the trailer. The game coming to all platforms at the same time. That would be interesting. Reference possible announcement of the third Final Fantasy VII Remake game during the state of play. Fans of the comment have widely agreed, but may have pointed out that it isn't likely that a cross-console release can be announced during a state of play showcase. Probably not. The PlayStation specific live stream focuses on games for the Sony console, and Final Fantasy VII has been a long-standing PlayStation title. In addition, many have added that they aren't worried about where the game will release, as Final Fantasy VII titles are released on staggered schedule across many available platforms, because this is it's likely the next Final Fantasy title will only be PS5 exclusive for a short time before porting across PC, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. This time, there's no confirmation that the Final Fantasy VII news will be available during the February 2026 State of Play showcase. While players are eager to get their hands on the epic conclusion of Cloud's reimagined journey, it is possible there may be no news available for the latest installment of the series. My guess, my prediction is that they'll reveal the name and that's it. They won't give us a release date, but we'll see. It's also possible Stud Play could harbor a surprise for Final Fantasy VII, like the remake of Dirge of Cerberus. That would be cool and well deserving. Before the release of Rebirth, Square Enix remastered Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core for the Nintendo Switch and PC. The game added new information that hooked it into the remake timeline. With Ven's story isn't as specifically interwoven as Cloud's history, Sephiroth could be important in the new timeline. However, the PlayStation 2 game was considered an odd duck in the series and may not get any more attention than the recent reboot via Ever Crisis. Despite this, Final Fantasy VII fans are still hopeful for news during the state of play, and they will want to tune in during the live stream so they don't miss any new information if it's not during the showcase. That, or I'm hoping like they do something like they did with Yuffie, where they add a character and they give us Intergrade, or at least something to play while we're waiting. We're so picked on. Anyways, when is this state of play? Because February's already a third of the way over. February 12th, which is tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday, starting at 2 p.m. Somebody's YouTube and Twitch channels. Interesting. So we'll find out soon. New Final Fantasy new RPG officially unveiled, releasing this year. Final Fantasy first launch, original SNES in 1987. Brand new entries is expected to launch later this year. Really? Final Fantasy 17? Nah. Because the CM16 mainline entries as well, multiple spin-offs. Final Fantasy franchise encompasses everything the role-playing game has to offer, and despite its age, popularity continues to grow. That's why fans are over the moon to learn another Final Fantasy game is expected to launch later this year. Nah. Oh, this is it. I think I read about this. In collaboration between Square Enix and Kesco, we'll see a brand new Final Fantasy board game. Yeah. Released in Q3 of 2026, inspired by Final Fantasy 1 through 6 pixel remasters, the board game will officially be unveiled this year. Toy Fair and will begin a whole new line of release. Final Fantasy board game will mark the beginning of this new line, with the first covering the events of Final Fantasy 1 through 3. If you're a fan of the games, you'll appreciate the fact that this new range aims to encapsulate the magic of the stories, while adapting them into a streamlined board game experience. Alright, now I'm kind of interested. Offering cooperative experience for wonderful player. I love cooperative board games. So now I'm very interested. Final Fantasy board game aims to offer fans a choice. Now please tell me it has miniatures. to experience the nostalgia of the original Final Fantasy titles while offering a brand new way to experience them. Additionally, with the Square Enix and Kesko collaboration expected to span for many years to come, we expect them to adapt even more titles of the Final Fantasy series of this first release, Final Fantasy 1 through 3. We expect the future board games to cover the events of Final Fantasy 4, 5, and the much loved Final Fantasy 6. Of course, it also depends on the success and sales of this brand new range of board games, but with Final Fantasy being one of the most successful RPG franchises of all time, it is safe to assume that it will do pretty well. We've seen how powerful Final Fantasy can be in the tabletop space recently, bringing longtime fans and brand new players into the shared experience. This is Alex Kessler, CEO of Kesko. We're excited to partner with Square Enix, continue the momentum with our favorite. What else has Kesko done? Kesko. See if they've done another. Toys, puzzles, and tabletop games. Such as. So it looks like they've done video game. Contra, the board game. It's interesting. So they've done a bunch of video games. I wonder how. Looking at $30. Let's kind of take a look. Ooh, they are miniatures. Oh, no miniatures. Yeah. Well, in some ways I kind of like that, because what it means is we'll have to 3D print our own miniatures. Hopefully some people come up with some cool Square knockoffs, pirated. That's right, I said pirated, baby. So that's interesting. I'm kind of excited. When did it say it was going to come out? Later this year. I kind of like it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep my mind open for that. We're Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 launching multi-platform with no PlayStation deal. Nate the Hate claims that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 will launch as a multi-platform title because it does not have a PlayStation exclusivity deal, so that's complete speculation. It will not be surprising if Square Enix doesn't have an exclusivity deal for the game at all. While we know the first game was made on an exclusivity deal, it did not necessarily mean that Sony secured a deal for the trilogy. Square Enix pivoted to a multi-platform strategy after they found Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy 13, and Foam Stars all sold well below expectations. It might just be because people don't like the games, especially Final Fantasy 13. What's it talking about? What the heck is Foam Stars? We're on Final Fantasy 16, so maybe that's a typo. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrated was very successful on both Switch 2 and Xbox XS when it launched on the platforms last month. It's interesting. And how many units did FF7 make sell on Switch on different platforms? Just kind of curious if it will tell me that. $7 million copies worldwide, include PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. That will give me the Final Fantasy 7 global unit. $2025. So it only increased a little bit. $7 million included in total Switch sales. So I don't know, but they're claiming it's a lot. Okay. Anyway, Yeah, just speculation. My guess is that even though they don't have an exclusivity deal, since they begin development on PlayStation, it will probably come out on PlayStation first, and then I doubt they're going to delay the release just so that they could come out on all platforms at the same time. Probably won't have to wait a year like they did for like PC, and then another year for the Xbox and stuff like that, but who knows? I mean, it's built off from the Unreal Engine, which should be easy to make games cross-platform, but it's all dependent on how much customization they did to the engine. So who knows? Anyway, just news that it's coming to Switch to an Xbox Rebirth, which we already knew, so nothing big there. Now, let's see if we're updated. Update complete. Hopefully it doesn't break all of our Windows stuff. Seems like we're okay. We were trying to make it back to a save point that wasn't going to kill us every time we spawned. So crap. Sorry, let's hurry up and get our truss out. This is where we were spawning, was kicking our trash. In case someone attacks us. And then I was looking at the warrior. Premier damage dealing jobs. Some damage types. Another very strong up skill. Ability skill chain with any job makes a favorite among players. Really popular damage dealing area. Every top counter make a great job to take up. Accuracy, sublime sushi. Food. Attack options. Dragoon. Dancer, Monk, Dark Knight, Merits, Group 1. Warrior sets are quite interesting with the artifact armor buff and key job abilities being great for the times you need a full accuracy set for TP. Relic is more expensive, also more niche option with the most potential for new returning players that are looking to play with dual wield or fencer builds. And Empyrean is the odd one of the bunch. Be not only include +1 instead of +3, but generally not preferred choice outside of macro pieces or Ukamvasara use. That said, it's just an opinion section. You should have to make your own choice on what to upgrade and which piece to focus on, entirely arguably depending on the content you're going to access or other gear. I really have no idea what he's all about. This could be a starting point to hit things, mainly with Great Axe in mind. I miss my Great Axe. Superior armor, boy, armor set +3. Worth making, yes. Yes. Second. Third, probably fourth. Head +3 increases duration, which was important. It's also grateful for accuracy set while number of find something very invasive. So how do you get these things? Tire set greater views for white damage was not really that uncommon. This piece is not exactly exciting. It's usable, but you should not prioritize it when starting out. For seconds. What does WSD mean? Boosting crew damage by 13%. It can be useful. 31% retaliation. Very high in content. Taking his roar and low in content can be useful. Not the right home bow, but usable piece. Needs a real tank. Also, this is priority. Fantastic piece for enhancing warcry combinations with merits. It's also useful to wield fancy weapons such as Savage Blade. It's a piece, especially nowadays, that everyone's using and abusing Savage Blade. This is a great TV piece and likely to be your first item to upgrade. The DA helps you reach 100% DA, especially if not a job master. Averages minus 5% is nice, and solid piece all around. While there are alternatives, it is a solid piece to chase first to get into the swing of things. Done. So how do we get it? Equipable, not venerable, not sellable, exclusive and rare. All races. Level 99. So we gotta get to level 99 first before we do any of this weird stuff. So this is what I'm gonna do. Let's ask our ChatGPT friend. It's actually Copilot in Final Fantasy XI. What is the best way to get to level 99 quickest? It's warrior. Unlock Trust plus Record of Imminence. Rush Rhapsodies of Venial. DLX XP bonuses level mostly in Ishka Zeta. Finish in Adelan zones with good ROE usage. You can go 1 to 99 in a few days of casual play, or much faster if focused. Step 1 Mannery Prep. This saves massive time. Do these before seriously unlock Trust. Trust lets you solo efficiently on a core modern leveling and Red War setup. I have Valinarial, Apuru, Ayami. I don't have. Do I? Shuntato 2 huge speed burst if you have her. Unlock Records of Eminence. RUE gives huge EXP chunks on repeatable objectives and stacks of kills. Always keeps active. Which I have that, right? 2 early Rhapsody Vanilla missions. The Rhapsody in white KI gives plus 30% EXP and stacks with everything else. This is the single biggest EXP in the boost in the game, worth you rushing early. Fast living route war friendly, levels 1 to 30, 1 to 2 hours. I've already done that. Levels 30 through 50, too fast option. Cartilage Crawler's Nest, option B if unlocked. So we're almost 50, right? 47, yeah. Ishka Zeta, kill dragons, bugs, mandragorans, stack ROE objectives, war cleaves fast with trust, handling deals. Change. This is widely considered the best EXP hour in the game for solo players. 8599, Zeke Battlegrounds. Purchase here, die fast, give XP and RE bonuses. Warrior specific speed tips. Use Great Axe early for strong WS scaling. Sub Sam once locked for faster TP. Samurai. Keep weapon skill quests up to date. Ayami helps. Don't worry about gear perfection. EXP speed is great optimization until 99. What to avoid: this slows you down. Old school party camps, grinding without ROE active, ignoring ROV missions, overgearing before 99. Bottom line, best way to 99 war, trust plus ROV, rush ROV XP, creating primary and Eshkatisa, finish an Aldulan. If you want, tell me, new character returning, do you already have trust ROV unlocked? You can tell your hyper is one in a specific situation. I'm at level 47. I have trusts. Whoops. What crap is that? X something. XNEA. I hate it that it doesn't go directly to my. Alright, XMEA. Falanario. Jeez. Falaneral. Excuse me. This is an E. And Curia. Perfect level 4 with a great spot and trust. Tell me exactly how to tune this for speed. Right now the fast is slightly adjust your trust and move zones. I'll keep this very concrete so you can act immediately. Excellent tank, backup, decent. This one's slowing you down. Excellent mail, really? But to change, if you can lock even one healer trust, your XP hour will jump. Top priority trust to get. Do these ASAP, they're quick quests. Best healer for leveling. Good early alternative. Punto isn't unlocked yet. Fapururu. Place XML first. Radio party at 47U. Valanair maintain Korea DPS off tank. Apuro Kupipi Hills. If you lady get Ayumi, slot her in for skill chains. Huge war bonus. Where's your level right now? 46 or 60. Crawler's Nest. This is currently your best EXP for the effort. Worker crawlers, soldier crawlers, beetles. Safe, steady, whites, fast, easy mobs, minimal travel. Early objectives stack. Requirements to set. Make sure these are the active. Gain experience. Vanquish multiple enemies. Region Crawler's Nest. CXP jump notice just from ROE returns. Gain experience. Vanquish multiple enemies. Let's see what we got. I don't have any of those. Gain experience. Vanquish multiple enemies. Region Crawler's Nest. We had multiple enemies, at least for a while. Vanquish multiple enemies, we got that. Gain experience. Tutorial. It's gonna be a short episode because I've got stuff going on. Says we should do this. Speaking flames appear from any area. Join Monkhouse in one of the starting nations. Acquiring 3+. Rank 2-1. Ta-da, we're done. Just got 6 ice crystals. Yay. Not repeatable. How do we undo it? Now I want to do it if we actually have to do stuff. Level 60 is the big break point, very important. At 60 you should move almost immediately to Esjaj-Sita. This is where levels fly. This one is a modern XP highway. What to kill, start slow. Crawler's Nest. How do I get to Crawler's Nest? How do I get to Crawler's Nest and get Apururu Trust and are records of imminence. Gain experience and region Crawler's Nest. Great question. How to get the Crawler's Nest? Crawler's Nest is access from Rollenberry Fields. Go to Jueno, use warp home point if you have one, or there's no more travel. Exit to Rollenberry Fields. Okay. How to get approval of trust. Very important. You must have trust magic lock card. You do since you're using trust. You must be aligned with Unity Concord system. So go to Western Adeline. Find the Unity Concord NPC. What crap is Western Adeline? Choose join a Unity, select Approve Unity. After joining up the Unity Trust, you can now summon Approve. You do not need to complete missions or fights, just join our Unity. Approve doesn't appear immediately. Zone 1's relog when necessary. Where to find records of this. First menu quests, select records, gain experience. Basics. Records of events, choose basics, gain experience. I'll see basics. First step toward off one. Yeah, it's hallucinating. Basics like games are accepted. The observer repeats automatically and gives bonus XP constantly. Using crawlers and nests. Go to quest, records of evidence. Basics, which is under tutorial. I think it's hallucinating, which is not cool. Let's not worry about that. What about the other one? Agent Crawler's Nest. Combat. Go to combat. I assume region. Let's go to find Crawler's Nest. Yeah, Crawler's Nest is not there. It's full of crap. Does that mean it's not repeating? I guess so. So I should be at least doing this. Heal for 500 plus HP. Full skill, I already did that. Total damage 1, I'm still working on. Got that. Vanquish multiple enemies. To 20 damage. Deal 500 plus damage. Not repeatable. nice. Neither one of those are actually in there. Roll size on XP, while there also grab vanquish multiple enemies, vanquish enemies any. You stack together and dramatically speed leveling. Vanquish one enemy. Did we do any of those? Crown, Stray, Decimation. Don't see any that I recognize. Double check. Rhapsodies of Vanel. Just barely did that. Vanquish multiple enemies, vanquish enemies any. Which doesn't exist. Must be using like an old Inner Crawler's Nest, Trust Summon, Vanilla Kuro, Pro, ROE active, gain experience. Faster XP, frequent ROE, commission very little. Let's not worry about that. We probably only have time for how to get up Peru. Must have Trust Magic, must be aligned with the Unity Concord system, which I believe I am. Step by step, go to Western Adeline. How do I get to Western Adeline for Apu Trust? Fast normal route first. Via Jueno, Adeline Ferry, most common. Go to Lower Jueno. Drive to Adeline. We'll take a short ferry cutscene. You arrive during Western Adeline once there. Home point immediately, so you never have to do this again. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get to Jueno. We went there, got the book, but yeah, let's use the stupid book. Does it allow us to travel? I think so. Let's jump up on that raptor. Yeah, we're heading in the right direction. I have to beat that stupid thing off from us because it's a pain in our butts. Kills us if we spawn there, which is what I did, a mistake I made. That's what I'm curious is it possible in this game to, you know, save in a place where you're just getting your butt handed to you. There's nothing you can do about it. There's probably some way where you can reset your position for just that reason. Is there even a book here? What is that only? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, now you gonna fight me? Punk. Teleportation assistance. Oh, here we go. Oh, that guy's dead. Thank you. Oh, Cathal, which I don't even know what that does. Do know what Super Ether does. What if it tells me? I also think I might have a magic item that I need to. Its ability to cure most status elements. Could use that. Mind ring. Yeah, no, that's useful. Tower patient battle records. Oh great, here we go. A goblin's coming over to freaking whack on us again. Seriously? Now can we go to Joy? No. It's fine. I gotta switch my clothes out, so I'll be right back. While that's loading. Okey-doke. Oh man. It's really late. But I want to do something in this episode. So let's see if we can at least get the way to lower Jueno I-7. Didn't mean to invade your personal space there, G. That's 7. It's probably closer to this. So that's how you do that. L7. How do I even get there? Find the NPC Pioneer Coalition representative's location. Go drain us into the docks. Lower Jueno? Seems kind of fetch. The wrong way. So here we go, Port Jueno. Which is not where I want to be. What did it say? Adeline travel option. Adeline Ferry. NPC Pioneer Coalition representative. Location Lower Jueno I-7 near the docks. Pioneer Coalition representative. Would it be called that? Like if I scan it, it's gonna say that. So near the docks. I'm not going the right way, I'm pretty sure. I am not. I might have to Google it. Because I think AI might be all over the place, hallucinating. Get a better idea. What's the name of the NPC is in the Pioneer Coalition representative Jueno? Darcy. Doink. Is not J7, that is H7. That explains things. Fine day to you, sir. Welcome to the Chamber of Commerce and Industry Handle and Pioneer Consultation Desk. How may I help you? I'd like to apply. Thank you for your interest in Pioneer Partnership Program. As part of the application process, you need this Geomanetron. Take it with you and visit one of the dungeons from the list that I am about to give you. Which one you visit is your choice. Our survey staff has inspected each of the areas in question and placed special markings in particular location past the entrance. Hold up the Geomagnetron I have just given you and return it to me. And now allow me to present you with a list of applicable dungeons. In the Fragandi region, Rugged Pass, in the Ronfair region, Yogrotto King Comforter's Tomb, the Velen region, Monastack Cave, Edimugna Acropolis, blah 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 blah. This looks like it's daunting to be sure, but we have faith that you will be able to complete this challenge. Some of these markers will get close to the entrance, while others are deep within. I wish you the best of luck in the endeavor. What to do with her? Talk to Darcy Logic. Accept this short Andalin intro dialogue. No comment. After this, the travel option West Island becomes available. You can proceed to West Island Eternal Flame to join Aparus Unity. Charter permit. Already declared your desired position as native. We are geometric. Be sure you lose your path wisely. So what am I supposed to do? Accept the introduction and dual quest. After this annual travel, I'll spend out look what I required. So Andolin. Have I been there before? What's the dungeons? I'm sick of AI making bull crap up. Let's try this instead. Trust from Fantasy 11. Need to reach level 5 and complete the associated trust match. I think you can sum up the medium cards for Unity accolades, which involves 35,000 accident conquest period. Let's try this one first. 5 points for 2 6 period. You lose access to Whirlpool, Semi-Airpool Cascade. You lose access to simply go earn 5,000 points to get it back. Must have personal evaluation of 5 points graded during the any recapitulation period. Personal changing unities or having a personal evaluation of 5 points for 2 exceptions. Make that position will make trust you unavailable. Racing personal values up to 5 points during the unity ranking tabulation period will make it possible to call for trust upper again. Unit leader alter egos receive bonus to all start to band unity all the time. Some cast all cure, protect shells, keep stun skin half to alive. Join out Pearl's Unity Concord faction and complete any one of Trust Andoria, Trust Vastark, or Trust Windurst. Conquest faction. It's a new type of loose in-game community. Conswest, ink shells, blah blah blah. Clean unique records of eminence, objectives, clean non-objectives, and make pretty monsters are also. Climb the ranking ladder. See the menu status, uni info. What is it? You can see the menu status unity. Menu status unity. $64 points. Okay. Now what? Show Unity lists. What's different? Or 9. Not great, but personal responsive evaluation. Okay. Andoria. Unity Concord faction. All the missions. This is not helpful at all. I'm gonna have to watch a video. Continue without supporting this. Let's have personal values of change unities are personal. Lower the 5 points per student rank, 6 tabulation periods. Variable unity leader alter egos receive bonuses to all stats in rank list held in time of summon. Cast cure, blah blah blah. This is not helpful. Jeez. Anyways. Trust members, when you have all 5, you can do a small quest in your star nation, unlock 1 trust. And after that, you can unlock 5 more for records of eminence. The quest in Winters gives you a healer, Sandoria basic tank, back to stock, basic tank. After trust. Anyways, I'm tired, I gotta go to bed. Kind of a useless little episode, I guess, but we'll work on it, do better next time. Started late, so yeah. Thanks for joining. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. and of course, commenting. At least we're in a safer spot, so we did make some progress, right? Right? See you later.